Hello, my name is Galladite74, and this is week 8 of the PBA. This is the final week of the regular season, meaning this is an extremely important game. We are currently sitting at 3-4 with a -3 differential. Unfortunately, our playoff journey is not fully in our hands. In order to make playoffs, we have to rely on two things. First, the 6th and 7th seed battle for the final week of the season, so we need to leapfrog the winner of that game in differential. Second, in order to leapfrog the winner, we must win our game this week. We are facing PBA owner Jack and his Vancouver Titangs. We have fought Jack over 10 times now, so this is a classic rivalry in the making. His YouTube is in the description below. He is one of the most underrated content creators I know, and deserves all the love in the world for how much work he puts into draft. This week, our matchup is pretty solid. However, there are some big threats that my opponent has. The biggest threat, no doubt, is Galarian Moltres with the ability to Terra. My whole team is built to not allow that Pokemon to set up for free. Banded Baxcalibur is also pretty tricky to switch into. Thankfully, Jack has a glaring weakness on his team, which is what we will use for our game plan today. Iron Valiant looks insane in this matchup. Only Mimikyu, Muck, or Terra Poison Moltres can stop it at +2. Zoroark is meant to lead and hopefully get a kill, and Scarf Cleavor is meant to clean up. Hopefully you all enjoy, and let's get into this game. Hello YouTube, I am Galladite74. I'm pretty sure I said that in the intro. Just like I've said, we're facing Jack in the intro. Very exciting stuff. This is the final week, potentially, of the regular season, and I'm looking forward to it. We have like a historic rivalry with Jack. We fought him probably the most I've ever fought anyone ever in draft. So I would like to win this game because we do have the numbers on him in terms of wins. So that's pretty cool. I already kind of notched down what he didn't have. I'm just going to finish that up here. This game is, again, if the stakes for the playoffs here are that if I lose, I'm out of playoffs. And then if I win, I need Davion and Hawaiian Shaman's game to be close differential, and I need to have better differential than them. So that's where we're at in terms of the playoff race. I'm in a spot, breaking the fourth wall. I wouldn't really be upset if I missed out on playoffs, but it's kind of one of those things where I don't care about that, but I do want to win. So, you know. Go like a fun to Jack to make it a good one. Whew, I am nervous. He leads with Urshi. I was a little worried about this. And ideally this would be amazing, but if he's smart, I want a Nasty Blot here, and if he just Surging Strikes a Volcanion, I don't know, bro. Like, turn 1, would you Surging Strikes? He might U-turn. And if he U-turned into, Electrode, that would be worst case, actually, now I think about it. U-turn doesn't... I think you U-turn here, personally. So I think I'm going to Shadow Ball. No, I'm going to plot. Stays in. He U-turns. Okay. Damage would have been great. The reason I... fuck. The reason I plotted is if he goes Moltres here, I Hyper Beam and kill it. That's my thought process. And I would be very happy. That's my thought process here. If he goes Electrode, then I have to switch out, which is worst case scenario. He's not Scarf, that's good to know. I think he goes Electrode here. I need to do Calc for the Electrode, because I kind of want to see if it even kills me with something outside of Leaf Storm. Because it might not even kill me. What comes out? Old Balls, that's Electrode. Yeah, worst case scenario. What am I at? 178? We can do some Calc here. That brought me down to 67. I have a reasonable chance to live anything that's not Leaf Storm or Chloroblast. If it's not Modest. If it's Modest, it would be bad. This thing can Terra, but I don't think he would want to Terra this, of all things. I could go Clodsire and start spending up spikes. He has no removal. Oh, he's Braveberry, but... I think I just want to stay in Shadow Ball. If he's Modest, he's got a good chance to kill. If it's Timid, it's a roll. Nah. Okay. That was a really bad. That was bad for me. Oh, he's Life Orb, so yeah, that always killed. I could go Cleavor. If he's Life Orb, I don't want to do that. Yeah, if he's Life Orb, I don't know if Cleavor is actually the play. It seems kind of a throw. Clodsire is so passive, and I don't like Clodsire being passive. But spikes are nice, you know? So I might just do that anyway. Yeah, I might just do it anyway, to be honest. Yeah. I'll get up spikes. I'm just setting up for an endgame, you know? So even if he, like, trades my Clodsire, honestly, no, this is Mimikyu. I was gonna say, if he, like, Leaf Stormed or Chloroblasted, I could just, like, bring out Iron Val afterwards, but unfortunately, with Mimikyu around, I can't quite do that. He goes in Brave Area. That's annoying, admittedly. I do get my Spike up. This thing does learn Defog. It's his only removal. I don't know if he'd actually bring it, though. I have Stone Edge. I also have Volcanion. I also have Corv. Corv's health isn't crazy important here. It's nice for the Mimikyu, but that's kind of it. It's good for backs as well. But I think I go Corv and U-turn. Because I don't think you click, I don't think you raw click Heat Wave here. If you do, good play. We can figure out what type of set this is. Esper Wing? I have pressure. Psychic. Okay. Obviously, I know this thing gets Tinted Lens, so this could do a bit. 277. I think that's offensive. That brought me down to 69. Pretty funny. No, that's just Tinted Lens. That's just Tinted Lens. I'm gonna U-turn here. I could Roost. But I'll U-turn. Again, Corv's health's not crazy. Calm Mind. That's fine. That's like best case scenario for me, actually, that this happened. I go Cleavor. Go Cleavor. And I Stone X. This thing cannot Terra, so I Stone X here. I don't care if the resist comes out because, like, legit rocks or get up. So I'll have a rock and a spike up, and this thing I don't think has defog with Calm Mind and Psychic. He switches out. Okay, so probably into Urshifu most likely. Young Custard, is that Urshifu? Yeah, that's fine. We'll get our hazard up. We go for the Stone X. We actually land. Oh my god, it's a miracle down in Calgary land. Oh my gosh, we land a Stone X. We get rocks up. That's good. I switch out now. Volcanion is my switch in, but I'm not Terra'd yet, so a little suspect. Because Volcanion without Terra takes a lot from CC, and you could very easily click that right now. Yeah, I don't have a CC. Ugh. Ooh, this is tough. How good's Volcanion in this game? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm gonna go Corv. Corv's not nearly as important. The only... Because I think he clicks CC. Does losing Claude mean... Losing Claude, is that anything of loss here? Kind of is. I'm going Corv. The only thing about Corv losing it would be Mimikyu would be a lot scarier. Pressure. He just close combats, right? Yeah, like I wanted to go Clodsire. Sorry. Broke it down to 56. I want to say this is Bandit. They're going from 69 down to 14. I can't do math. That might not be banded, actually. I think I just try and roost here. Yeah, I'll try and roost. If I lose Corv, it just, again, I just have to play super, super offensive then. Which, I have a Rocks and I have Spikes up, so it's really not that bad. Honestly, I could go Val now. It forces in the Mimikyu. Do I die to one hit from the Mimikyu if it's not boosted? I do. I asked that because I have a lot of HP investment. I don't think I need the speed for Val. Like in the late game, if I have Scarf Cleavor. Yeah. You could be Punching Glove. I would live a Surging Strikes. I think I kind of want to dance here. Do I need the dance? I feel like I don't even need the dance. I think he's banded. I think he's banded. I'm gonna dance. Oh, he wasn't banded. Crap. Thought he was banded. Oh, he is. He just stayed in. That does half of my health. Why did that do half my health? Oh my god. Well, it's banded, so I Spirit Break here every time. This makes Volcanion more expendable in terms of switching in, but oh gosh, that was not pretty. Taking that much, I did not think I was gonna take that much. If I'm gonna be honest with you. Spirit Break would have been the better play, 100%. Though I'm at a point where if I kill Urshi, and I can break Mimikyu Disguise, Cleavor or Stone Axe kind of just wins. Which is really good for me. So, like, it's not all bad. I don't outspeed Electrode, but, like, I have Clodsire, I have the Volcanion. He switches out now. Would have liked to have killed that. Second Braviary, Mimikyu. One more Break its Disguise. Interesting. Interesting. He has to be Scarf. I don't think a Shadow Sneak kills me. In fact, I know it doesn't. I'm just gonna click Spirit Break again. Wait, it doesn't matter if he's Scarf. Okay, I'm gonna Spirit Break, yeah. Yeah, I just killed Mimikyu. Okay, awesome. Cool. Alright, that was a big threat to my team. Gone. I'm actually really happy about that. What can he do? He has priority backs and Urshi. That's all I can think about. Choice Banded Aqua Jet or Choice Banded Ice Shard? Choice Banded Aqua Jet doesn't kill me. So in turn, I don't think Ice Shard would either. Huh. Choice Band, Adamant, Shard. Never kills me. No. Okay. I outspeed Electrode. I outspeed everything. Because it's not Scarf Electrode. My dog is barking because my food is here. Sorry if you guys can hear that in the background. The thing is, I don't want to click CC because of defense drop, but I think if Moltres comes out, I might have to, just because it's his Terra Captain, and he could Terra into a type. Oh, he just goes into this. I outspeed this. And Spirit Break should just kill, I assume. Yes, it definitely, oh, that's the wrong mon. Spirit Break definitely kills us, yes. Alright. This should die. Yep, it's dead. Alright, cool, that's gone. Does he not have priority on anything? This is... The less he brings out any of his top 3, the better, because, like, it just means I can just kill stuff. It's really just Moltres G. Like, let's say he tears into a neutral type. Spirit Break, well, if he's not Boots, then Spirit Break kills. But if he is Boots, Young Custard, okay. I just Spirit Break this. I live... Wait, I got paralyzed. Oh my god, I didn't even know it, bro. I didn't even notice I got paralyzed. That is so ass, bro. Do I still outspeed this? Probably not. I didn't even notice I got paralyzed. I was looking away. Oh my gosh. No way this guy gets the stack. This game's a joke. Yeah, he just kills me. I'll just laugh. There's nothing you can do besides just laugh. It's not over, obviously. Like, you know. He's banded, clearly. So I go into Volcanion for free here. This game's a joke. I don't know. This game's just a joke. Like, how does that happen? It's just so funny. Because, like, I would have won the game. I think I would have won. The game was over. I don't need the Terror yet. It doesn't, like, what's better against Bax, Moltres, and Braviary, right? It actually is Terra Blast. That actually is the play with Fairy. I think I just Terra Blast, right? I don't see a downside to it. Yeah. Probably Sax Braviary here. Wow, if I lose this game, I'm gonna be actually really pissed now. There's one thing I can think of that can beat me here. He switches out and saves this. Eugene. Sprayberry. Takes rocks. I don't know if Terra Blast was the play because I don't think this kills. It actually doesn't kill, yeah. If it's max HP. Which I don't think this thing was super offensive. And I don't have much... Do I have speed for this? I don't even know if I have speed for this. I mean, if this kills, I don't really have to worry. I don't think it does. No. He's like max HP. Do I have speed for this guy? I don't. I don't think I need to switch out, though. I don't think I need to make this play. Because, I could outspeed, and I'm Assault Vest, and my health doesn't matter too much. It matters a little bit, but it's not, like, the most important. Okay, so I outspeed. Yeah, so I made that play. Braviary is dead. My saving grace right now is that I have a, unironically, saving grace, Clodsire in the back. When I was, I think that's the, Smoltress. He does take rocks. Ooh. I'm gonna Terra Blast. Because, doesn't even kill. It doesn't have a chance. Wait, is that max HP or is that just no bulk? That's no bulk. Oh my god. I don't want to proc this thing's policy, and realistically, I'm always going to knock it into Berserk range. I hit this once. I definitely hit this once. I just Steam Eruption, I think. Or I just Flamethrower. I just need chip, you know? Yeah, I think there was a 2-shot. I Steam Eruption, actually. It might not 2-shot if it's bulky. He tears. Yeah, so I'm glad I didn't Terra Blast. Terra Water would be kind of bad. Ground. Okay. I'm really glad I clicked the correct button. And I definitely clicked the correct button then. Hurricane. This doesn't do. I'm Assault Vest. Dog, I'm gonna lose it. I'm going to actually lose it here. Come on, Volcanion, please.
Bruh.
I don't know. I told it's setting in very fast because I kill every time there. I'm pretty sure I kill every time, but you know, game just. Oh, I know you viewers, I'm not trying to get mad, but this is every game basically this season besides last week, so I don't know. This is just very silly. It's very silly how this keeps happening. I literally just need to hit this. I just need damage. I just need to hit this. That's all I need. Because Cleavor is in such a good spot right now. I just need damage on this. Please. He switches out. He makes a smart play. Well, I can switch out my Volcanion at least. Okay. Is this Boots? He's not Boots. Forgot spikes were up. Yeah, I hit the Steam Eruption. That's pretty sick. Doesn't do that much. I think I just Terra Blast. Where do I switch out? I feel like switching out's kind of a throw. Cleavor just kind of doesn't win-win because the Moltres is Terra Ground, and I didn't get my damage off. How much is Cleavor doing to the Terra Ground guy, to be exact? I do like 30. It's not bad. I Terra Blast this. Yeah. Crashes. I do live. He's Life Orb. Okay. I'm still confused for some reason, you know, 3 turns later. This will kill Bax. Okay, this should die. That's dead. I'm in a tough spot. Okay, the reason this is really bad is because, this whole scenario is because for playoffs, I basically don't make it at this point. Because I needed high differential, and there was like 3 scenarios, not 3, the 2 scenarios, the Iron Valiant and the not getting hit in confusion scenario, where I could win by 3 or more, and now it's like I don't think I can win by 3 or more. So like we're not out of this game, but I think for playoff race that the hacks kind of screwed us. Or she's like 1 health, I think, so I can lock into CC or U-turn. Yeah, actually, I think I'm in a fine spot. I'm in a fine spot to win, but again, for diff, I think I'm out of the race. Yeah. I don't know. Again, I wasn't like too stressed about not playing. Like, not making playoffs was kind of whatever. I mean, I don't know. I could still lose this game for all I know. Let me make sure Cleavor doesn't die to a Banded Aqua Jet from Rapid Strike. That's all I need to make sure. Banded never kills my Cleavor. So what I do here is go into Cleavor, and I U-turn. Yes, because CC doesn't always kill this. Oh, is he Scarf this? I don't. Scarf this shouldn't really matter. I don't think it matters, but we'll see. Scarf this actually might win it for him. No, he's not Skyfire. Oh, I just killed you, too. I get a crit. It doesn't matter. It's still gonna be. I think. Keyword is I think we're going to win 1-0. But again, for playoffs, that means we're out. Yeah, I keep reiterating it. Winning was more important than making playoffs, for me at least. But it would have been nice, especially with how I played this. I feel like I kind of deserve to have a little bit high. Oh, wow, he's a little bit higher than I thought. Shouldn't matter, though. It doesn't matter. I just EQ. He's banded, very clearly. He's searching strikes. Yeah, this game's over. My cleaver outspeeds this. GG's to Jack. Sorry I sounded a little salty midway through. Again, I was just didn't even realize I got like staticked immediately until it happened. So, and it kind of ruined the sweep there. But yeah, we should win this game. I'm going to aerial ace and kill this Urshifu. And we will win the game 1-0. GG's to Jack. Make sure to go check out his channel. His link will be in the description below. Unfortunately, I think this will be the end of our PBA run. If not, you guys will have a video next week for PBA. And like I do for all of my seasons, I will have a post-season recap at the end of this video, so it might be a little bit longer than normal. And I'll talk about the team, things I liked, things I disliked, and all that good stuff, because I definitely have a lot to talk about in my first full Wi-Fi league back to Gen 9. We do, assuming we don't make playoffs, we do finish off 4-4, which isn't great, but it's a lot better than 3-5, in my opinion. I like to go above 500, but I can definitely accept 500, especially with how I played week 2, how the Lucas incident, for people who know, and just a couple of other scenarios. So that's that. Again, much love to Jack. He's one of my favorite people to battle. We battled him so much. Classic rivalry, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this battle. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, or the recap. Bye! Hi, so you see the video didn't end. That means we didn't make playoffs. It was a hell of a try, but in the end, we fell just short. It's been only 10 seconds since you guys just saw the battle, but it's been about a week since I'm done it, and now I'm recording this portion. This portion, I do this at the end of every draft season. I like to have a post-season analysis, so this is nothing new. There's also no timestamp just because my implications for playoffs weren't clear at the beginning of this video. We weren't sure if I'll make it or not, but now, obviously, you guys know. For this portion, I usually talk about stats, standings, and how I feel about the team. There will be stats on screen, however, I'm going to focus this discussion a lot more on the team as a whole and just draft in general, because I feel like that's more important. And I'm also not even editing stats until after I record this, so that's a portion too. Anyway, so let's begin. We finished off the season 4-4 with a -2 diff, placing 7th in a league where top 6 make playoffs. It's pretty tough. Our schedule was pretty fun, although, you know, some ups and downs as per usual from all draft seasons. As we're going to reflect on the schedule real quick, because I do want to bring up a few different things. Just briefly, like, I think week 1 was pretty fun. However, I think that was the week I got the most luckiest, because I got a freeze pretty early. That changed the dynamic of that game. Week 2, I think, was a big implication as to why I didn't make playoffs. Easily out of my 4 losses, I think the one I played the worst. My opponent, I prepped bad, I played bad, my opponent played pretty well, and I just overall just made some really poor decisions, and that loss was pretty tough. Week 3 was a pretty clean win versus Davion. He brought Ember Torkoal, that kind of sucks, but I felt pretty proud of that win. Week 4, the Lucas incident. To you guys, it was just a forfeit loss, but there was a lot going on behind the scenes that made it to where that result could have been a lot different in many ways, but I won't go into any more detail on that. The next week, flip of the coin, we got a forfeit win. Week 6, we fought Squid, had a really unfortunate miss turn 1, and that kind of set us back in the game quite a bit. I feel as if I played that game pretty well, but Squid also played that very well, so I'm a little upset with that loss, but I feel as if I was doing the best of my ability to a bad situation. Week 7, we lost to Country Toros. Again, something I probably could have prepped for a little bit better. and I also misplayed with Go-Go quite a bit, not really realizing how important that Mon actually was in that game. And then week 8, this battle in this video, we beat Jack. However, I do want to mention that getting paralysis on the Electrode actually really sucked, because let's just say in theory, I don't get paralyzed there. The only way that Jack can kill me is by Ice Sharding Life Orb backs, looking at the team after. And that was only a roll to kill me at -1, because I can only close combat once on the Moltres. So, in theory, if Iron Valiant wins, I get +4 diff, I tie with Davion, I have the tiebreaker on Davion. So, kind of unfortunate in that regard, but I'm not the person to really blame one single factor on why I didn't make playoffs. Again, I could have played a lot better versus Shaman, same with Squid and QSN, so, you know, it is what it is, right? That's how it is. We're going to talk about the team real quick. I'm going to try and skim by this because I want to talk about the last section because I think that's the most important. Pros of the team. Iron Valiant, Volcanion. To remind you guys, I was first overall pick on this draft and I picked up Iron Valiant. Could have been like Palafin too, but I don't regret my decision at all. Iron Valiant, obviously, I'm a big Gallade fan, so Iron Valiant just spoke to me. It was very, very fun to prep with. I feel like I wasn't really limited in my options. And the Mon is just very strong in general. Obviously, Mega Gallade is one of my favorite Mons, but I think in draft specifically, Iron Valiant is something I enjoyed quite a bit more in draft. Fairy Fighting Stab is just so nice. Design is so sick. Everything about this Mon is so cool. Volcanion, huge sleeper on this team. I was stunned with how amazing this Pokemon was. This is a Pokemon that I haven't used before. There are some Mons from past gens like Corviknight, Goodra, and Electros that I have used, and while some of them are pretty cool, Volcanion was one Mon I've never gotten to use. So being able to throw it on this team, especially having it have the ability to terrestrialize, sorry, English, is tough, and it just made the Mon so much fun to use. And it was very strong, it put in the work every single week, easily the superstar of this team, no questions asked. So much fun, I would draft this Mon again in a heartbeat. And then finally, the last pro was the offensive options on this team. I feel like on the offensive side of the coin, I felt like my options were not limited. I felt like I could get creative each week, having a lot of Mons do a lot of different things. You know, Iron Valiant and Volcanion already, but also Greninja, Zoroark H, Kleavor with Terra. I felt like I had a lot to work with, and I think it showed throughout the season. I think certain Mons had their moments in certain matchups, and that was a really good part of the team. On the other side of the coin, the defense, this is where we get into the cons. Corviknight and Clodsire. Corviknight, I have only missed playoffs in Wi-Fi twice, and Corviknight was on both teams. In TLDR, I think this defensive core is too passive. And more so, if Corviknight's not used as a pivot, which only using Corviknight as a pivot kind of feels like ass, I can't get my offense in. So as good as my offense is, I didn't have the ability to get it in all the time without risking my opponent setting up. Clodsire obviously has Unaware, but to the Mons that naturally beat it, those setup Mons were the scariest. Which leads me to the thing I want to talk about as another con. It's listed as Greninja isn't as good as Tinglu on this specific team. What do I mean by that? Well, I had Greninja on this team, right? My initial plan was to have Tinglu over Clodsire, but because round 3 came around and Protein Gren was still there, I kind of felt the need to pick it up. Looking back at it, that probably wasn't the greatest play, just because I think having that super defensive wall that's not passive or has Whirlwind on it in Tinglu would have been really beneficial to this team. I think that would have been a pretty big difference maker as opposed to Clodsire, because Clodsire's cute, but Tinglu just would have been a straight up upgrade on this team. Something I kind of wish I would have took initiative with, because Tinglu actually got dropped pretty early in the season. So this was something in my control, but unfortunately I didn't act on it, and I think that could have been a big difference maker. Greninja, it was alright. I'm not really I'm a Gren hater, but I also can recognize that Gren was not the biggest issue or the worst Mon on this team. Straight up, it wasn't. It put in work some weeks, and it did what it needed to do. Finally, can acknowledge that this is more luck than anything, but Cleavor missing Stone Axes. In 3 games, I clicked Stone Axe, and I missed it the first time. And that's just, whether it mattered in the game or not, because I think some of the games, like Squid, it mattered quite a bit, but in other games, like against Hawaiian Shaman, it didn't matter as much, or against Ellie, it didn't nearly matter as much. It does kind of take the morale out of battling, like mid-game. I'm just like, man, this just kind of kills my momentum a little bit, and it doesn't really feel good. It's kind of like a morale shift. And Cleavor, again, with all my offensive options on this team, it kind of felt outclassed quite a bit, so wasn't really the biggest fan. Obviously, again, I got pretty unlucky with this guy, but will I draft it in the future? Not sure quite yet. We'll see where the road takes us with this Mon. Very poor experience, but I know it was just, for a 90% accurate move, quite unfortunate. So those are the pros and the cons of the team. That's kind of like the big portion I wanted to get out of the way. There's 2 more things I want to talk about that I think are really important for this discussion. Terrestrialization is the first thing I want to talk about. This is a mechanic that I'm just straight up not the greatest with. I can definitely see myself improving as the generation goes on, which is cool. But right now we're in a standstill in the draft community with how we're handling this, because some leagues do it a lot different than others. So there's no real baseline consensus we have on this mechanic, which does make this a little bit challenging, if I want to be honest. Obviously, I took a huge advantage of Terra Fairy Volcanion throughout the season, so I obviously, I've been using the mechanic myself, of course, but it's something I'm not really the biggest fan of. I don't hate it. I definitely see a lot of fun potential with this mechanic, but losing to terrestrialization, specifically like Omniterra, where I have no idea what type my opponent's going to be, feels like shit straight up. And I don't think a lot of my losses were like that this season, unfortunately. I did a small showdown league before I uploaded this Wi-Fi league just to get into the groove of draft in Gen 9. And in that league, I lost to Terra like every week, and that really pissed me off. It did not feel fun, and when I won with Terra, it also didn't feel fun. It's a little, again, it wasn't as bad in this league, but it still felt a little at times. So I'm not sure how I feel about this mechanic yet. I will have to see going forward. Other leagues like GBA I'm uploading right now, I like it a bit more in there because it feels more controlled. So that's pretty cool. The other thing is draft in general. I've been kind of not bitching about it, but it's small hints throughout the PBA season. I've been talking about just my passion for draft is very mixed, and that's just how it is right now. Draft is just so hit or miss for me in prepping and playing, hacks or not. I feel like sometimes prepping is really fun, and then other times I just don't want to look at the team. Other times I don't want to play a game, and other times I'm really looking forward to one. I'm not sure yet. It's just, draft's just a little hit or miss for me right now. So we can move on to regards to the future of the channel and ending off this video. GBA is currently being uploaded alongside this league, so that will continue for the season. This will be the last PBA video. I have a Unite series in the works that requires a ton of editing, so I haven't given myself the green light on that quite yet, but I'm sure I'll get to that at some point. Not sure where I'm going to go with draft because of this like hit or miss mentality, especially with once GBA ends. It's like, will I continue playing? Will I continue uploading? Will I go a little bit more casual and just do some showdown stuff? I'm not sure yet. I haven't gotten into the groove yet this generation. Last generation I got into it a lot faster than this one, but I do slowly feel myself improving with the mechanic and with some of the new mods, so hopefully that's a good sign going forward. Not sure again what we're gonna do in terms of future, but I will keep you guys updated through my current uploads and Twitter, which are in the description below. I want to thank you guys for all the support for the PBA season I had this season. My first Gen 9 league I'm uploading to YouTube. It feels good to actually upload to YouTube again, because it's been over a year since I uploaded in my last full draft season. I've actually done quite a bit in between, but I didn't really upload much of it. So being able to upload and talk to you guys again feels really nice. And finally, big shout outs to Jack, my opponent this week, but also, the commissioner of the league for putting this all together. He puts so much effort into draft, it's quite insane. So he really deserves all the love in the world. With that, I'm going to end off this portion. It's been almost 13 minutes, and I don't want it to be any longer than that. So thank you guys for watching. Your support means the world. Hopefully I'll see you guys in my GBA comment section. And that'll be it. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.